Hello fish lovers and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to try to install this reverse osmosis system from Aquili, made in Italy. I have read the installation guide and basically the red stopper is the way water from my main line must enter the system. It will travel the dirt and sand reduction and is going to go into the activated carbon. You can see the flow, and after that it's going to flow through the osmotic membrane, which is this one. But I do not have to connect the membrane now, because I will have to connect this system and let it run without the membrane for 2 hours, because there is going to be some sand from the activated carbon filter that is going to flow into the membrane, and that is not a good thing. So that is why I will have to install this reverse osmosis system without the membrane. Run it with water for 2 hours, and after that I will install the membrane. The membrane has two O-rings, two small one down and up a bigger one. The big O-ring goes up, so I think it's going to be like this, but I will not going to remove the membrane from the plastic yet. I did pay extra for this filter because you can get the reverse osmosis system without this filter cheaper, okay, only like this. But if you buy this extra filter, you're gonna pay more. But you can see it here somewhere. Let me try to find out. Okay, you can see that the carbon filter and sediment filters are good for 1500 gallons, so a lot of water. But the inline resin filter, which is this one, is only good for 250 liters of osmotic water. It gets only osmotic water because it's the last filter that is going to be set. I think in here something like this. So only the osmotic water is going to flow through this filter. I did open the filter and it has something inside, like little balls. I can't open it now, but let me show you the image with my system. You can see it right over here. Raw NPS with a flushing valve, this one. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the flashing valve. You can use the flashing valve to eliminate the water from the membrane, and you will wash the membrane, and you will get a longer membrane life by doing this. Let's continue with the resin filter. You can see the filter over here, the yellow one. You see it, okay? So only 250 liters of water with this filter. 250 liters of water for this 400 liters of water in this tank. It's nothing. So I'm going to use it, but I will not buy another one. It doesn't last very long. So let me explain you the colors. So the red stopper, all I have to do is unscrew this, and this is just a stopper, okay? I throw this away and I connect the hose into this fitting. The hose has smaller fittings, something like this, but white. Let me search in the box. Where they are? Should be here somewhere. Oh, okay. You can see this white plastic part. When you cut the hose, you put this white part inside of the hose, and that will allow you to make watertight connection in here, because you connect the hose in here. You see that? You don't see it. Okay, you see? Yeah. So this is how you connect the hose to the installation. So this is the red stopper. The inlet water comes here. the black one. The black one is the flashing valve. You turn this valve open and you open the valve and the water will flow out of the membrane and cleaning the membrane. Okay, but I have to keep it closed because otherwise water will continuously flow out of the system. And the blue one, this is where the osmotic water is released. You can see it again like so over here to the carbon block filter. You can see the flow arrow. It goes to the osmotic membrane and then it comes out. But over here I have this resin filter. I'm going to connect this one as well. So over here we have a black stopper, and this is the wastewater. Wastewater should be at least 4 times as much as the osmotic water. So if the membrane pushes out 1 liter of osmotic water, wastewater should be 4 liters or more. This is the main reason I didn't buy a reverse osmosis kit, because it has a lot, it produces a lot of wastewater. But I don't like to see diatoms in my tank, so I bought it. Okay, and I only see only one exit with black, with wastewater, so I think that whenever I open the flashing valve, water is going to be flashed out to the same exit port as the wastewater. So there is no need to have 2 wastewater ports. There only one. Yeah, I think I'm right. I'm going to see later, but yeah. So when I open this up, I'm going to flush the membrane, and when I close it, the membrane will not be flushed. I think it has some on-off markings over there. You see it? Okay, I'm going to go underneath my sink. I'm going to connect it. I'm not going to be adding the osmotic resin, the osmotic membrane, because I have to run the system dry. Not dry, only with water for 2 hours. And after that, I'm going to add the membrane and my resin filter. So 2 hours of running only with water. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and do that. You can see there is a gasket here, and I got a replacement one over here. And this is the cap, and my membrane should go like this. Yeah, let me check inside. Yeah, there's a hole in there. So it's going to be added like this. So let me show you how to connect this plastic tubing, maybe this plastic pipe, to the plastic tubing. You see, you have the nut over here, like so. First you insert the nut over the plastic tubing, and after that you insert the plastic pipe and you push it down, and that is the way you do a watertight connection. You can see the plastic pipe, the white plastic pipe in here, and after that is the nut, and you just screw it in over here. Okay, it's pretty easy to do. I will have to connect my main water line now over to this part. I'm going to show you how to connect a hose to the wastewater. So first we have to plug this plastic pipe or something into the hose, like so. Okay, great. Second, we have to remove the glue stopper. Okay, and now we just push the hose into the hole. We push it firmly to enter to a tight connect, and after that, let me go ahead and do that first. Okay, and after that we just have to pull this a little to lift it up, and after that we insert the stopper again. Let me see if I can try with only one head, but I don't think I'm going to make it. Let me put the camera down and do that. And it's supposed to look something like this. You see it? Now the hose will not come out. If you want to remove the hose, remove the stopper, hold this plastic ring down and then pull the hose and it will come out. We are under my sink right now and I'm going to show you how to connect this. You see my main water line is this one. So the water will go from here. I'm going to have to connect this hose to the main water line, and after that I'm going to connect my wastewater hose, which is this one, all the way to a pipe in here. I'm going to have to drill a hole into this pipe. This pipe collects the water from my sink, so I'm going to drill a little hole and I'm going to plug the waste line into that hole, and the wastewater will go down the drain, and I have no use with wastewater, and my reverse osmosis water will come out from this hole over here. So I'm going to attach another long piece of hose to this hose, and I'm going to collect the water in this bucket for now, because I'm going to have to run it only with water for 2 hours. I have connected my RO unit, main line, wastewater line goes up and down the drain, and the osmotic water is going to flow in here. I made a mistake before. You don't have to run the water 2 hours without the osmotic membrane. Only a couple of minutes will do. I'm going to run the water for 5 or 10 minutes, and after that you have to put the osmotic membrane in and run the water for 2 hours, because the osmotic membrane has some substance on it to preserve it, and you have to wash down that substance. Okay, so the flushing valve is off. Let's turn on the water. Okay, and it leaks. I'm going to have to screw this tighter, so I'm going to give it another try. Well, there's no leak that Teflon tape can solve, so let's try it again. We can hear the water flowing. It should be reaching this end. Okay, so I'm going to leave this running for 5 minutes just to flush out any carbon dust, and after that I'm going to put the osmotic membrane and let it run for 2 hours. I finally managed to fix the leak. Because this is plastic, I was afraid to tighten it all the way to the back, but because it has a rubber gasket here, it shouldn't leak. But now, using a big pliers like this, I managed to tighten this connector all the way to the back, and now it doesn't leak anymore, I hope. So you can see the unit, it does passes water through it, and I'm going to leave it running 5 or 10 minutes. Okay, and this is the flashing valve. If I open it, you're going to hear water going through that line. Let's try. Anyway, it doesn't have the osmotic membrane. I am going to install that next. I'm going to close the flashing valve and leave the unit running. I just installed the membrane right there. I'm going to put the cap on. I'm going to connect this back again, and now I'm going to have to run water with the membrane for 2 hours. And also I have to check that the wastewater is going to be 4 times the waste. So 1 liter of osmotic water should be 4 times or more liters wastewater. That is how you know if your reverse osmosis system is working great. So I'm going to do that right now. I just put the osmotic membrane back on, and now check out the flow. You can see now I'm making reverse osmosis water, but the flow is very tiny, super weak flow. You know, to make 100 liters of this is going to take me forever. I'm going to have to keep this running for 2 hours, and after that I will be getting proper reverse osmosis water. But unbelievable how small is this flow. Look at this. Yeah, I'm going to check the waste line later, but I'm pretty sure it's working because the flow is super slow. After 2 hours I'm going to measure and see how many liters per hour per day I'm going to get using this reverse osmosis system. But I know that the cold affects the flow. It's in winter time now and the water is ice cold, so I'm going to have to wait a long time before I can do a water change with this reverse osmosis system. And this is another reason that I didn't bought one until now, and I hate it. I don't like it. You can't do nothing with this. Look at this. It's terrible. But anyway, I'm going to keep an eye on this unit to see if there are any leaks. There is a lot of condensation on my lines because, like I said, it's super cold water. So yeah, finally it's running okay. You can see it here, the waste and the flushing valve. And the flushing valve works like this. If I open this up, you see it now, water comes in and flushes the membrane, and all of the wastewater goes here, so straight into the sewer line. Super easy to install if you have some basic tools and some basic plumbing skills. I do, so I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to close the flashing valve off. Okay, yes. Yeah, so this is how you install a reverse osmosis system. Tomorrow I'm going to get some holes done, and I'm going to attach this system to the wall in an upright position. It's going to be sitting here forever. So the installation is complete. I'm just going to run 2 hours of water through this system to get rid of the substances that are used to protect the osmotic membrane. I'm going to check for leaks, and everything is running okay. Okay guys, thanks for watching and have a great day. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.